Hey guys, MeLikeBigBoom here. Bring you guys a new updated save. Over the past like 2 or 3 weeks, I've been uploading save videos, and I haven't actually uploaded one in quite a while, like a week or so. And people have been asking to do an updated one because I've added a lot to my house. And so here I am with an updated save video. So I'm going to do a tour around the house, and then at the end I'm going to address some common issues that people are having when they're trying to download my save. There are a lot. It seems like every single person has an individual problem, and then they get mad at me specifically. Anyway, it's pretty funny. So we are going to go through here, and I'm going to address all of the new things that I've added to this house. Now, mostly the things that I've added are just extra garage spaces for cars. And then I've redone my barbed wire and added a big farm. I don't know what was in the old save, but I'm just going to go over everything. So when you walk through the front entrance, there's barbed wire on your left and right. So that way if any zombies are following you, they'll have a better chance of hitting those. I was thinking of putting like a metal door here, so that way only me can get in. But then that would mean that the people who download this world can't get in as well. So once you get through here, you're in like a little sandbag area which will keep you safe from touching the barbed wire. I ran out of barbed fences, so I need to put some there. So I guess I'll start off with the farm. I have farmland going all the way across the left side of the house, all the way back here as well. Protected by barbed fences and lit up by a bunch of work lights and generators. Pretty cool. It takes a long time to plant all of these potatoes, so I doubt I would ever end up like using all of this space right here. So this took maybe like 30 minutes worth of planting to do this. It is like 200 potatoes, so this is like enough food to last me a very, 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 very long time. So each one of these potatoes refills 30%, or no, 30, or I think it's 35 actually, 35% of your hunger. So we're pretty good, actually. We're very good on food. So once you've, I guess, done your farming of the day, you can walk in through the front entrance of the house. There are 2 doors because the house is in an L shape. Once inside, it's got 3 different platforms right here. On the other side of this wall is a garage right here, so it's not extended any further. There's a bunch of chests in here, and a lot of people were wondering why they can't open chests in my save. It's because it can only be opened by me or the people that are in my Steam group. And the problem is that if you aren't currently in my Steam group and you join it, you still won't be able to open these chests. Because when I put down the chest, it will only be allowed to be opened by people who are currently in the Steam group, and then if anyone new joins, they can't open it. So it kind of sucks. There isn't much stuff in here. I mean, I guess there's a bunch of guns here. But I think in the save I'll figure out something. I think I might put down some regular wooden crates and then put all this stuff in there. And I think if you really want to, I think if you destroy the chests, it will drop all the stuff that's inside of them. So if you really want that stuff, there's only a timber wolf and a fire axe there. I can't open this chest. I don't know what's in it. I guess I could shoot it. So as you can see, if you destroy it, the stuff is dropped. So it looks like there's night vision goggles and purification tablets. So I will put that into here. Anyway, so if you guys really want to get into the chests, you can just destroy them. But once again, there isn't much stuff. I think this is the best chest to destroy. And some magazines, crossbow, and more stuff. Over here is all the backpacks from my backpack video. Bottled water, stuff like that. More backpacks and junk like that. Anyway, and then all the rest of the chests are completely empty. So, yep. Before I actually update the save, I'm going to put a bunch of sleeping bags here. So that way you guys can claim it. A lot of people were saying that they can't also claim the sleeping bags that are in there, and there's probably 2 reasons why you can't do that. One is because they're probably already claimed, and 2, it's probably a cot, and cots can only be claimed by the person who placed them down or the group that was associated with that person who placed it down. So I'm going to put down a bunch of sleeping bags, and that way anybody can place them or claim them or whatever. So right now we are on the 3rd level, and out here you can open up these metal shutters So that way you can peek your head out and snipe some people or zombies. If I had ammo, I would kill that guy. But anyway. And then if someone's shooting at you, you can close the shutters. And then you can peekaboo in a different window and then stuff like that. So you can surprise them. Once you open up this wooden gate, it's just more stuff here. I made a bunch of space, but I don't know like exactly what I want to put there. So once things are added and updated, I might figure out something to put here. Anyway, so just a bunch of extra space just in case if there's anything new, I will have room to put it there. Up on the roof, it's just basically a roof. I have these work lights to indicate where my house is, even though I guess this tower serves as that purpose. Some braziers up at the ends of them, and then there used to be a campfire right here, but then I destroyed it when I expanded it. So once again, just more useless space that eventually will have stuff in it. And so that's the interior of the house. There's nothing too special inside. I think the coolest stuff is the actual useful stuff outside. So once you go outside, there are barbed fences completely surrounding the whole base. So if anyone wants to break in, zombies or players, they'll have to strategize and destroy these fences or find a way to get around without killing each other. Now on the back side, there are even more garage spaces, which is pretty cool. Up here on the second floor, there are 3 garage spaces, which I plan on putting Humvees, but I don't have any Humvees, so I have this Roadster, and no, this is a sedan, then that's the Roadster and a police car. And it's actually really cool because they're visible from down below as well, so it's kind of just like a car balcony to show off cars. And then I had extra space below here as well that I could put stuff, so I decided to put another garage space right there, and then also on the other side as well. So pretty cool. I don't have any cars there yet. Once I find all the cars, I will hopefully do a gameplay of all the cars in the game, but right now I'm missing the ambulance, the APC, and a Humvee, I think. Once I've got those, then I will do that video. As you can see right there, there's a doorway to a secret thing. That's all I can say. And then one of the signature things that serves like 3 different purposes, it's definitely like my most favorite thing that I've built, is this 900-foot tall, 111-story building that really is meant for, one, serving as a marker of my base. When people spawn in, I'm like, oh, I'm in Wiltshire Farm, come to me. And they're like, well, where's Wiltshire Farm? I'm like, ah, God. Every single time when they spawn in, I have to tell them where the base is and stuff like that. So now, when you spawn in, just look at the sky, and there will be this big freaking pillar, and just walk towards that, and that's where my base is. So it serves as a marker of my house, and then also, at any moment, you can climb up the ladder and jump off the ladder at any moment at the certain height that you want to be. So if I want to snipe some zombies over in Alberton, I'll go up about this far, and then I'll get out, I'll equip my sniper, and I'll snipe the zombies in Alberton. I might need to go a little bit higher. And if you really want to, you can go to the very top and get a view of the whole entire map. And it's pretty cool. There's no sniper or gun in the game that has the range to kill things when you're up at the top. I believe the Timberwolf has a range cap of 400 meters. So even if you have like the target in your sights and you shoot them, there will be no damage dealt because it's reached past the damage cap. So you can't actually snipe or kill anything once you're up at the top, but you can jump off the top, which is pretty fun. It's just like a skydiving building. Up at the top there are 4 different gates that are pretty cool. You can open them up and jump off. And then there's also a roof where it's kind of a lookout place. It's just kind of a relaxing place where you don't have to worry about zombies or anything. And so I'm going to go up to the very top and I'm going to jump off to give you an idea of how high this is up. So 4 bases, 4 little doorways that you can jump out of. Pretty cool. And then if you jump up on top of this one, which I ran at a sprint just before I could, see if I can do that again. There we go. Alright, so there's 4 campfires up here. Works as a marker as light and smoke, just to light up the very top. And then up at the top you get a nice clear view of PEI, everything in the whole map. There's Confederation Bridge, there's a bunch of little islands, and there's Charlottetown and Montague and the campsite and Fernwood Farm, Wiltshire Farm, Alberton, military base, Berrywood, all these different towns. There's the airport. It's pretty cool. You can just see everything. It's very nice and relaxing to be up here. And then once you've decided that you don't want to live anymore, you just jump off the edge. Well, actually, you do live when you hit the bottom. All you do is you just break your leg. And you fall really slow, so it's kind of weird that you can just fall this slow. As you can see there, that was an attempt to make a drawbridge, and as you can see, it didn't line up perfectly. So I don't know, it's just there. It's kind of, I guess, a failed bridge to that island. If you guys would like, you can destroy it and build a new bridge across. You can do whatever you like. So now I've hit the bottom, and I just broke my leg, and that's it. Anyway, so I believe that is everything that is in the map. A lot of people were wondering if my old save is still over on the base, and it is. My first save video was a really crappy house, and that house is still over there. So if you want to go over there, well, yeah, there's a big hole out of it because zombies came and ate it. But once you go over there, the house is still there. You can check it out. You can loot the crates that are in there. I don't think there's very much left. There might be a few guns in there. But you can just bring it all over here. This is the Fancy Smancy base where I currently live. Anyway, pretty cool. So to address the common issues that people are having, the first thing that pops in my mind, a lot of people are downloading it and it will come up as a .txt file or a text file. Actually, I'll just show you in person. So basically, when you get the save right here, sometimes it will be in a notepad document. So when you double click it, it will come out like this, and so obviously you don't want that. So when you go to save it, you will save it somewhere like in the desktop, and then it will say text document, and you just go to all files, and then you add .reg to the end, and then as you can see, it saved it, and it's right there as a registry file. So then when you double click that, it should work, hopefully. Anyway, so that's a fix for that. I already addressed the problem with chests and sleeping bags. Once again, it's just a glitch. You're going to have to end up destroying the crates to get inside them. Sorry for that. I wasn't really thinking when I was adding these. I made a bunch of chests, and I definitely should have made a bunch of crates, so that way you guys could open them, but whatever. Another issue is that they're spawning in, and they won't have my inventory. They won't have this. And the reason why is because when you spawn in, you will still be your character. So you will still have your stuff. So if you just started out in Unturned, you will spawn in here at the last location that you were with the stuff that you have. So you'll have like a flashlight and a candy bar. And so you will have to find your way over to here, and once again, just look at the sky and you'll see this big tower. Another issue is that it's lagging for the people once they download it. The reason why it does that is because it also updates the settings. I don't know why it does, but it just does. So you're going to have to go into the graphics and turn them down, because mine are almost on max except for like water and stuff like that. So you need to turn that down. Another problem is that the game wouldn't launch. And I will fix that in this save, but I believe the reason why is because my settings are set for the game to start up in full screen mode at 1080p resolution. And if you guys are running off of a small monitor or any kind of monitor that isn't 1080p, when it tries to launch it, it won't launch because it's trying to display the game in a different resolution. So for that reason, I'm just going to set my settings to a smaller resolution and put it in windowed mode, so that way when you start up the game it should work for everyone's type of monitors, but for the most part people do have 1080p monitors, or at least a resolution that will work. So that should address most of the problems that are in here. If your game is just simply freaking out and it's not, it spawns you in and you can't find the base, or this base isn't even there, or half of it's there, I don't really know the fix for that. It's just a thing that happens to some people, and it sucks for that. I'm sorry, I can't really help you. But you guys can download it, see if it works, and if it does, then woohoo, and if it doesn't, then that sucks. But yeah, that's, I guess, the Q&A, or the frequently asked questions that I'm addressing. That's my base. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and do all that gibberish, because me like Big Boom. He's out.